cost of living is rising at its fastest rate for 30 years.
£1.36 left on the gas. It's 4 days till I get money, and it's freezing.
So how is Britain coping?
I do see my mum skipping meals sometimes.
Panorama has been following 3 families through 3 difficult months.
I think, God, if we're struggling, how the hell are other people coping?
Working households stretched to the limit.
I can't be at breaking point because I've got 3 children to look after. So that's how I look at it. I can't break.
Families pushed to the brink.
It's demoralising. It's disheartening because I'm trying my best and there's only so much I can do.
BBC News at 9 o'clock. Official figures show the cost of living in the UK is increasing at its fastest pace in nearly 30 years. The Consumer Prices Index measure of inflation rose from 5.1%.
Ruben, no more Oreos now because dinner will be ready soon. Yay! We've got macaroni, okay? It'll be quicker.
It's early February and another difficult month for the Morse family.
I'm Lauren. I've got 2 children, 2 boys, 9 and 6, Ruben and Oliver. My husband Daniel works in Bristol. He's a research scientist. I'm self-employed, got my own business. We don't live extravagantly. We already buy like the budget lines, I suppose. When you go to the supermarket, we don't tend to buy branded things. But everything's going up.
Lauren's husband, Daniel, has a 75-mile round trip to work. It means fuel is one of the family's biggest expenses.
The bike this morning. It was about £18.50, something like that. It'll do me today and tomorrow, and then that'll be another £18.50 Wednesday, and then another £18.50 on Friday. So it's gone up to £9 a week. In the past few months.
It's a lot, isn't it?
It's a lot over the year.
Over £2,000 a month to spend. After the mortgage, bills and food, they have £63 left.
Right at this moment, as everything stands, we are just about breaking even. And that's with Daniel with a good job. I'm working hard. I couldn't imagine having to choose between eating or eating. It literally fills me with sadness that there are people out there that do. Oh my God, I'm white again. And I worry so much about other people as well. Because I think, God, if we're struggling, how the hell are other people coping? I just don't know.
Well, there is a perfect storm brewing this spring. A huge rise in energy bills for millions, a rise in national insurance, and inflation hitting its highest rate for more than 30 years.
Right, girls, do you want to put your shoes on?
Emma has 3 children and works part-time in a local art gallery.
Stand up. Put your coat on.
Her husband is a warehouse supervisor, and between them they take home a little over £2,000 a month. Rent and bills take nearly all of it.
At the end of each month, we're left with roughly about £100. That £100 has to pay for food, anything that's going on at school. We use food bank. As far as the weekly food shop goes, that doesn't happen anymore. I don't eat like a normal person. On a bad day, I'll just have a couple of biscuits. My husband doesn't eat breakfast or lunch. He'll just have dinner. But then that means that the kids get what they need. Kiss. It's alright. See ya.
The family gets universal credit. That dropped by £20 a week when the government withdrew a special COVID payment last autumn.
I'm always worrying about the bills from the moment I wake up. It does affect your mental health, but I think the state of the way things are at the moment, either way my mental health is going to take a battering.
The COVID crisis. It's still February and inflation's now at 6.2%, the highest level in a generation. But pay isn't keeping up.
We're doing everything we can to get our family out of this situation. I can only begin to imagine what the next few months hold for us. And it's not like I'm not trying. We're trying everything we can. And it's a struggle, it's horrid. There's no way people should be living like this. I got paid today. And that was gone by lunchtime. I'm not sure if the gas and the electric are going to last until next Wednesday, so I have to be extra careful with that for the next 6 days.
The cost of living crisis is affecting us all, even those with essential jobs.
I'm Becky. I'm a single mum. I've got 3 children. I work part-time as a nurse for radiology for the NHS. Within our household, we find it difficult from month to month. We don't run cars or anything. We use buses on occasions, but our main mode of transport is walking or push biking wherever we need to go.
Are you going to get on? Are you walking? Do you believe in teleportation then? Well, if we did have teleportation, wouldn't life be a lot easier? Yeah.
Because of the cost of childcare, Rebecca works 3 days a week.
With a nurse's wage, it's just frustrating that it still don't break even, really.
Just get it sorted. Okay. You be a good lad. Bye-bye. See you later. Thank you. I know it's not going to get any better. So you're just having to plan things in your head about how you're going to manage things and what you're going to do.
Rising prices are expected to push 1.3 million households into poverty. A week for everything, including food.
I've checked the balance this morning and we are £7 now in the bank. And that is to last us for 10 days now until the family allowance comes in. Our children are aware that food is a struggle and an issue. I do skip meals so they eat, and they are aware of that. And it's not good for them to know that.
Rebecca's not alone. A recent survey suggests nearly 1 in 10 households may be going hungry because of rising food bills.
Have some pizza. What do you think?
I'll get something later.
I do see my mum skipping meals sometimes so that we can have ours, and it makes me
worry sometimes because I do wonder if she's getting enough of what she needs to have to be alright.
I know that you say that you're not hungry at times. When am I going to get told off now?
No, I'm genuinely not hungry.
Are you genuinely not hungry? Okay. Right. Okay. Okay, I'll believe you.
She does try her very best. And sometimes, if we don't have much in the cupboards, I'll let my brother and sister have that. And I do worry though sometimes, because I worry if we just won't cope.
I've been at breaking point, but then I can't be at breaking point because I've got 3 children to look after. So that's how I look at it. I can't break. I've got to, whatever happens, I have to provide, and I will do.
Average energy bills are expected to rise by between £600 and £700 a year as a result of an announcement by the regulator Ofgem later this morning.
It's rising energy prices that Emma's really worried about.
I'm dreading the letter that's coming so much. I see the post van outside, my heart will be racing until he's gone past the house, because then I know I haven't got a bill coming that day. I've got one more day to breathe. This is our electricity key meter. At the moment we've got £2.89 on it. This won't last me until the weekend.
A pay-as-you-go meter allows people on tight budgets to top up when they have cash. But it's usually the most expensive way to buy energy.
I feel like I'm failing as a parent. It doesn't matter what I do at the moment, I just can't get on top of things, and that's frustrating.
Pops? Mummy, are you having dinner with Daddy?
Yeah, probably. I'm weathering a storm, but I don't want to be. I don't want to be in this position anymore. I'm having a meltdown today. I can't keep thinking about this. It's just too much. I just want some breathing space. I want things to stop going round in my head. I need to put myself together.
The price of oil continues to this morning. Gas prices did the same yesterday. Sean's here with more of that.
In Wales, the Morse family need to fill up the family car. Fuel prices have been rising for 2 years.
So diesel is now £1.50.9. So it's a penny up over yesterday. I kicked myself for not filling up yesterday when I would have been cheaper. And that has now cost me £73.19 this morning. Haven't really started my day, and I'm already £73 down.
Daniel's wife Lauren runs a shop. Rising living costs mean her customers have less to spend as well.
So this is my shop. Not too bad. This is my mum. Hi. It's all about eco-friendly, plastic-free refills, so saving the planet a little step at a time. Oh, that was nearly out. And nearly 6 months ago now, in that time, the prices have risen dramatically. The rice has just gone crazy, the cost of rice crazy, same in supermarkets as well. We had one day last week, I think we had one customer in all day. It was a a scary day. Businesses are closing down every day. I don't know. I think if this wasn't meant to be, then it wasn't meant to be. Something else will fall into place, I'm sure. It's what I say right now. Come back and see me if it has all fallen. And I won't be saying that then, I'll be crying.
Inflation rises again, hitting another 30-year high, driven by a rise in the price of clothing, energy and food. It means further pressure on many households to make ends meet, with more rises to the cost of living expected.
It's late February and Rebecca, who's a nurse, is struggling to get the basics for her children.
So I brought her these. Really come middle of January, they started to go a bit, and then they split, so I glued them. I think on the second time they broke at school, and there was a few snide comments said to her about it, so I relented and I had to go and buy some new school shoes. I think they cost £30, but I got a voucher for £5 off them. So still, to me, that's something I know I wouldn't ever pay £30 for a pair of shoes, but I did. So I've just got a message from my friend Magda. She says she's just going to pop in for a minute.
One of her neighbours is sometimes given food by friends. She shares what she gets with Rebecca.
It looks that she might have... Okay, I think she might have something for me, bless her. I know she gets given things, but we halve. She halves if she has too much, and she very kindly passes it on to me, and then if I have too much of something, I would do the same to her. I'd give her what I've got. She's on her way then, I think. Hello? Right.
You have a look, yeah?
Oh, but yeah. These are mangoes. Wow. Ooh, yeah, fabulous. Tea bags, apples. Wow, thank you so much. Ruth's going to be happy. Oh no, you know what she likes, don't you? And tea bags, fabulous. Thank you so much. I will be, thank you. Wow, Bob. Wow. This in itself is like amazing because like the tuna and things like that, that's packed lunches for my children. With the cost of living crisis, I think this is a lot of people's reality. If it's not this, it's people are in food banks. People are going who don't work, and those who are working are going as well. There's no in between. There's no differentiation now between it.
So this is your standard food box that we take out.
In Bradford, Abdul delivers boxes of free food to people who need it. He doesn't get paid, and he does this 7 days a week.
So you got your two pastas, you got your sauce, you got your spaghetti, you got your beans, then you got your hats and gloves as well. Some people that'll be inside the house, they're not going to have the heating on, so this may just help them to stay a bit warmer.
More and more people are calling on Abdul for help.
It's getting worse. It's getting really bad. There's people crying on the phone just because they've got no food on the table. It's not people that are just on benefits. It's everyone really. Aye, it's Abdul for the food box. I'm on my way to you to deliver a food box to you. I should be about 10 minutes. Alright, love. See you soon. Bye-bye. So now we're going to the lady that's requested food for herself and her 8-year-old child. Yeah, leave it there for you, love, yeah? Okay. Give me a shout if you get stuck here. Yeah. Take care. Bye-bye.
The food is donated. Abdul makes about 15 deliveries every day.
So we're not taking my teacher, Taylor. Take her now? Walk to jail office. No problem, I'll office. 2 left. I've never known it as bad as this. It's not a good feeling when you're going around to people's houses and you're dropping food boxes off and then you see they've got children in the house and they've got no heating on. We've been delivering since 2020 and since the pandemic it's just getting, we thought it was going to get better but it's not, it's getting worse, and with the energy rises it doesn't help and it's going to get much worse.
Today at 6, Russia steps up its bombardment of large parts of Ukraine as NATO warns the conflict is about to get worse.
It's now early March and the war in Ukraine is dominating the news. Despite her money worries, Emma's giving what she can.
A local pub near us is collecting clothes for Ukraine. These clothes are in perfectly good condition. We've got a lot more than what these people have at the moment, so I feel they could use them.
Emma's main concerns are closer to home. She's heard from her gas company.
So I received this email. As you're probably aware, wholesale energy prices are at an unprecedented high. Here's what we think you'll pay over the next 12 months. Estimated annual cost from the 1st of April 2022 is $1,337.56. The price difference is $552.77.
They've got to find nearly £50 a month more.
Stress of everything is just getting to me so much, and I believe it's making me ill. The uncertainty of what's to come. I haven't got a crystal ball. I can't say to my family everything's going to be fine for the next few months, because it probably won't be. It's demoralising, it's disheartening, because I'm trying my best and there's only so much I can do. It's heartbreaking.
Households are facing the biggest fall in living standards on record, despite measures announced today by the Chancellor to soften the...
It's now late March. The war in Ukraine is forcing fuel prices still higher.
The last time I filled up with fuel was probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago, so I'm not looking forward to seeing the price that it's going to be now.
The government has cut fuel duty by 5p per litre. But prices at the pumps are still 30% higher than a year ago.
£79.55. 80 pounds. 80 pounds to fill a car. It's nearly a day's salary.
Daniel and Lauren's home energy costs are spiralling too. To help, the government has offered most families rebates and loans worth £350. But the Morses will be paying an extra £2,000 this year on their energy bill alone.
So this is going to be our new direct debit coming out in a few days. £240.08. We were paying £75 a month only 6 months ago. So in a 6 month period, we've gone from paying £75 to £240 a month. I can't believe we're paying £240 a month for our gas and electricity, but there we go, we are. We work hard, get a good job, and it's still not enough.
It's 7 o'clock on Friday, the 1st of April. The headlines this morning. Millions of households will see the biggest rise are increasing.
At the start of April, national insurance, council tax, water bills and car tax all went up. And another large rise in energy bills is predicted for the autumn. The government has introduced measures that it says will protect the poorest. Today, benefits went up by 3%, well below inflation.
Sit down nicely, otherwise I'm not reading the story. Little nut brown hare who was going to bed held on tight to big nut brown hare's very long ears. He wanted to be sure that
price increases are already affecting us. Gas and electric is going so much quicker. The food prices, they've just jumped up out of nowhere. Can't even get my head around it right now. I don't know how we're going to get through it.
Our 3 families have survived a challenging winter, but for millions of us, there are still tougher times ahead.
There's a lot of people out there in the same position as myself. You know, we're all doing our best, we're working hard to provide for our families, and at the end of the day, it's not enough.
There are no words to describe what we're all going through at the moment.
I feel really sad about it all. I feel stressed. I feel worry, anxiety. But there have to be better times ahead. There just has to be.